Good day, folks. Welcome to Florida Cemetery Channel. I'm a Florida Golden Girl, your host. Today's travel adventure takes us to Winter Garden. Folks, this front lawn is a labor of love that me and my co-host replanted. It's our little flower garden. We live in a townhome not far from Disney, and so I thought I would give you a tour of our house and show you some of the vintage finds that I've accumulated throughout the decade and the story on how they came to be in my possession. Who doesn't love Sunset Boulevard? This is our favorite shared space here in our home. It's just got an eclectic of everything that we both kind of like. This is a recent addition. This is Marilyn Monroe, 1956, and this is from her photographer Milton Green's archives. And she's in a swimming pool. Yes, that is an old desk lamp. And when Marilyn Monroe got her first and only home, one of the things people noticed is that she had this swan ashtray. No, it did not belong to Marilyn Monroe. However, I liked it and thought, what a cool tribute. So I found it on eBay, and it's been here ever since. I enjoy watching silent film, and this is silent film actress Dorothy Dalton. The picture in the middle is Rudolph Valentino in riding dress. That actually used to belong to former TCM host Robert Osborne before he passed away. The picture at the top is two-time Academy Award winner Norma Shearer, and that is an original signature. This is Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford, 1936. They were married for 20 years. She was the first woman studio head. It was not Lucille Ball, it was Mary Pickford. And that is original signatures. Now, I enjoy watching silent film, and so you do pick up silent film tidbits. This here, it is a fan auto pen signed picture, and the address and the header envelope did come from a 1924 envelope. So what you would do is back in the 20s or 30s or Early 20th century, if you wanted a picture of your favorite Hollywood star, you'd have to send them some money, a self-addressed stamp envelope, and they would send it back to you. I found this on eBay, and what I did was I figured, well, I want the picture and I want part of the envelope, and so I had it framed as such. This is a really cool tribute to Rudolph Valentino. It is a 1970s Academy Award poster. And so the Motion Picture Academy did a tribute to Rudolph Valentino. I mentioned in previous whatevers that I liked Victorian and cranberry glass. Rudolph Valentino did make a song. He did Kashmiri Love Song, and that is an original 78 that I had framed. These are two Christmas cards. The one on the right was Gracie and George Burns when she was alive. That's a 1953 Christmas card. It is an original from his estate. The one on the right is 1961, and it'll say just George Burns. I just thought how poetic that they should belong together. And so this is just our little shared space. You'll notice some coffee table books. Yes, that is a cranberry Art Deco ashtray. A picture of me and the co-host in Haiti in 2011. So one of the things I love to do is around Christmas time, I always like going through the Spiegel catalog. This is a 1963. So just something I think is always cool to do. So I always get lucky sometimes. Bob Newhart estate sold pretty much everything him and his wife owned. What I was able to do was score a couple of books, and this is a coffee table book that the author personally signed to Bob Newhart. And I thought it was cool. And this is dated 2019, and it says, "Dear Jenny and Bob, hope you're enjoying the catalog of my art collection. More importantly, please know that how much I love you both and treasure our long and wonderful friendship." Yes, I'd love to sell this thing. And this is cool. Roddy McDowall, who all of you knew, he played in National Velvet with Elizabeth Taylor. He was a child star, but he was also a very cool photographer. He did publish one book, and this is it. It's called Double Exposure. And he sent this to Bob Newhart. And this is Roddy McDowall, his signature. This is original. Do I want to sell it? Yes, because as cool as the book is, I don't collect books like I used to. So I'm trying to send it to a good home. So far, no luck. So, that, my folks, is our favorite shared space. Now, I recently redid the decor in our townhome. So I did it with, it's kind of like a brown and cream. with green accent. And so these is kind of like some of the green glass that I collect. So the two up top, that is EAPG, and the bottom is it's Victorian. I do love cats, but most of my collection is all vintage. And then this is lead crystal with vintage Christmas ornaments in it. And this here is two Victorian vases. The candelabra is just something I picked up at Michael's, but the rest of the other two pieces are vintage. Now in here, when my sidekick was stationed in Korea, he brought these back. So that's a male and a female Korean vase. That's a teapot and 4 cups. And these vases belong to Don Rickles that I got from his estate sale. And these are my 2 favorites. Out of everything I own, these are the 2 favorites. This cabinet was the very first piece of furniture that we bought when we got married, and we still have it. This is an IKEA piece. And I'd like to introduce you to my little boy. This is Silver. Oh, hi, sweetheart. You're just an angel. You're just a baby. You're just a baby. You're just a baby. He's our little pride and joy. So in our kitchen, pretty much everything every day I use is vintage. My toaster's vintage. I got this from Old Hadley Vintage. I do use that. All of my bowls are vintage. All of my utensils, believe it or not, are vintage. I just like vintage. I just think it serves a much better purpose. I'm very careful with regards to material. But one thing I wanted to show was this came from Australia, and then I do use, this is uranium glass, folks. It's 1 cup, And then I have this one, which is 4-cup. And then one of my pans, this is La Cruette. And this is a 1960s frying pan. And then of course I do have my glass flameware coffee pot in the back that I use. So that's a little bit of my kitchen. This is a 1960s bread box that I do use, and that was one that Marilyn Monroe owns something similar. And then naturally, what kitchen wouldn't be complete without a kitty cat clock? I got that because I used to work at What Away People Mover a long time ago at Disney. And then Tomorrowland. And then 20,000 Leagues. My co-host, my sidekick used to work there. So in essence, this is the first floor. I hope you're enjoying the tour so far. This piece here, this is a Victorian, piece, and it really was in bad shape. So what I did was hired somebody who repaired everything and fixed it up and restained it dark so it would flow with the wood. This is just an old large teapot that I found, and I don't do nothing with it. It just seems like it's appropriate. It fits. Yeah. All right, let's go see some more. Picked up that Windsor chair for $30. These are Lennox figurines. Disney did a series a while ago, 20 years ago. And so it's just something we collected. There's a few of them. Well, folks, thank you for coming along with me on this tour of my townhome in Winter Garden. I hope you liked a lot of the vintage items that I had. With that, down the stairs and to the right, take care. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next travel adventure. So long for now.